Today we're going to make chocolate matcha oat bars. So make sure you've read through the recipe a couple of times. You have all of your ingredients out and available, and you have your food processor on the counter and your glass dish or your baking dish lined with parchment paper. This is my favorite way to enjoy matcha, so let's get started. So first we're going to add in our pitted dates into the food processor. So double check or even triple check that you've removed the pits. Then we're going to add our old-fashioned rolled oats, gluten-free if necessary. Next, we have our whole almonds, so half a cup. Next, we're going to add our antioxidant-rich matcha powder. Then we're adding our raw cacao powder, cinnamon, and sea salt. Next, we're adding in fiber-rich and omega-3 rich ground flaxseed. And then we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. This just helps it stick together and gives it a little extra sweetness. And then we're finishing it with a squeeze of lemon juice. And we add this because the vitamin C helps us absorb some of these healthy catechins from the matcha powder. Then we're going to put the cover on our food processor and get to processing. So at first it's going to seem really crumbly, like it's not sticking together, but then after a couple of minutes you'll see it'll roll around in a ball like this. It'll be sticky. So transfer it to your parchment-lined baking dish, and it'll slip and slide, but just persevere and shape it into the shape of that dish and try and keep the parchment paper under it. Your hands will get sticky. You might have to rinse them a couple of times. Then we're going to add on our quarter cup of rolled oats, and we're going to pat them into the surface of the oat bars. And again, do this with clean hands or it might be too sticky. Then they go into the freezer for 30 to 40 minutes. Take them out of the freezer, flip them over, and carefully peel back the parchment paper. And now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Spread the remaining quarter oats out on the surface. And again, use clean hands for this, otherwise the oats will stick to your hands. And incorporate all the loose oats into the surface and tuck them into the sides. And then you can cut the bars into 8 bars or 16 squares and decorate them how you like with additional matcha powder. And there you go. There are your chocolate matcha oat bars. Enjoy.